Texas Tech's homecoming week is in full swing, but the end of the week schedule is just around the corner. Coming up, we'll let you know how you can still get into the spirit before this year's festivities come to a close.
With fall graduation growing closer by the day, many students are starting to think seriously about life after college. Luckily, there are several options for each semester for graduates to meet up with potential employers before walking the stage. MCTV's Patricia Perry has a special look at one of these options for students hoping to head straight from the classroom into the field.
And Lubbock has a vibrant local art community, largely due to the efforts of Texas Tech students, faculty, and staff. But along with art majors, there's also one group of Red Raiders who recently had the opportunity to show off their skills beyond the art building. MCTV's Matthew Zimmerman brings us a look at creations from the 2021 Creative Abilities Art Gallery.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Austin Garrison.
And I'm Chris Olivarez.
Since Monday, members of the Texas Tech community have had the chance to show off their school pride during this year's homecoming week of festivities. This year's events have included the homecoming kickoff on Monday, so sing on Tuesday, and yesterday, students had a chance to choose their own personalized homecoming keepsake during a fun and free event. The Students Activities Board hosted the Airbrush T-shirts event on Wednesday afternoon outside the sub. Dozens of students stood in line by the gazebo waiting to pick a design and watch an artist bring their vision to life on a T-shirt. Yesterday's event, along with Tuesday's Spin Art Fun activity, were two creative options taking place this week to help students get into the homecoming spirit.
We are just getting people psyched up for homecoming and for the game. We're doing T-shirts right now. We're having an artist come in and actually spray paint them, so it's really cool.
Airbrush T-shirts was just one of the several events being hosted by the Student Activities Board this week. SAB hosts events throughout the semester, giving students a chance to enjoy fun and free escapes from coursework. For a full schedule of events this semester, visit sab.ttu.edu and click on the Events tab at the top of the page.
The 2021 edition of Homecoming Week is almost over, but there's still one more full day of activities before the annual homecoming football game on Saturday. Tomorrow's Homecoming Friday kicks off with the Rowdy Raider Rally at noon in the Red Raider Plaza. During the event, this year's homecoming court will be announced, and a special guest speaker will get students fired up before the big game. The Rowdy Raider Rally is also the last chance for students to pick up a free homecoming T-shirt. Then later tomorrow night, at 6 o'clock, Tech's biggest homecoming traditions start with the annual parade through campus. The parade features floats created by various student organizations along with Tech's Spirit Squad and the Going Band from Raiderland. The parade starts on Broadway at the east entrance to campus by the Sill and then turns south down Akron Avenue towards the sub. Once the parade finishes up, head on over to Urbanovsky Park at 8 p.m. for the final event of the night. The annual homecoming pep rally and bonfire. The pep rally will take place as the bonfire burns at the fire pit on the south side of Urbanovsky Park. The pep rally will include appearances by Raider Red and the Masked Rider along with cheers led by Tech Spirit Squad. All of the Friday's events are free and open to the public.
Along with homecoming activities, there's been quite a few other events taking place here on campus this week. And one of those events, it gave a specific group of students a chance to make some important connections to benefit them in the future. MCTV's Patricia Perry stopped by the sub to find out more.
The College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources hosted their career fair yesterday in the sub ballroom. This event is an opportunity for students to build connections, network, and see the opportunities that are available in their industry. One of the lead counselors at the career fair, Lexi Lee, said this fair will also help students while they finish out their college career.
This helps because it just, I think, shows you what employers are looking for and what you can actually specifically be working on, so those skills. And it also shows that they want to hire Texas Tech students, so that's something that you already have that they're looking for.
It is never too early to start going to career fairs. Networking is super important and internships can be helpful for the future. Texas Tech alumni Hadley Cho said it is important to job search early.
It never hurts to be early because I've learned from experience you don't want to be in the position where you're a month away from graduation and you've yet to apply anywhere. It's good to just get a feel and see what you like.
Texas Tech University's Career Center has events like this all the time to give students like Cho an opportunity to succeed in their careers. Many employers have tables set up at the events looking for interns, employees, and just to answer any questions students may have. For MCTV, I'm Patricia Perry.
Students from the College of Agriculture weren't the only group of Red Raiders who had the opportunity to meet with potential employers. Last week, the Rawls College of Business held their fall career fair at Lubbock Memorial Civic Center. More than 1,000 students stopped by to meet with representatives from 87 companies. Career fairs, like those held by the College of Business and Agriculture, can be an intimidating experience for some students, but Emily O'Canis with the Rawls Student Business Council says it's a great way to interact with professionals in your field.
I think a lot of students kind of get nervous and afraid. I think you just need to dress nice, come and meet anyone, keep an open mind, keep all your options open. Some students get a little nervous, don't be nervous. The employers want to meet you. It's good at any year you are, first year, second year, just network, get an internship, and then get that job.
The Rawls Career Fair wrapped up last Wednesday at 3 p.m., but regardless of major, there are still several opportunities coming up this semester to meet up with potential employers. For a full list of career and job fairs taking place here on campus, visit careercenter.ttu.edu.
Last week, students living in the Texas Tech residence halls had several chances to meet their on-campus neighbors and have fun during a week of long set of activities. Last Thursday, the Residence Halls Association hosted Theater Thursday during Say Hey RHA Week. During Thursday's event featured a screening of the movie 10 Things I Hate About You, starring Heath Ledger and Julia Stiles. Theater Thursday was originally scheduled to take place outdoors in the Urbanovsky Park Amphitheater, but last week's rainy conditions forced RHA to move the screening into the Chitwood Residence Hall classroom. Regardless of the weather, RHA continued their week of activities through last Friday, but there's also more opportunities for students to get out of the outdoors and have some fun.
RHA, we have lots of really cool opportunities. We partner with a lot of student organizations, and all of our events we give out like free stuff. So we have these super cool t-shirts. We'll be giving them out tomorrow too when we have Friday Fun Day. And also later this year we're doing like Corn Maze and Safe Tree. Those are all really cool events that students can volunteer or go to, and those are just really fun. We're always giving out lots of cool goodies.
Say Hey RHA Week may be over for this semester, but the Residence Hall Association encourages all on-campus residents to keep an eye on social media for future events. Just follow TTU RHA on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. As I just mentioned, the rainy weather did put a damper on several outdoor campus activities late last week, but that certainly hasn't been the case over the last several days.
That's true, Austin. Dry weather has returned to the South Plains, but that's made some very nice conditions for the homecoming week festivities. But will the wet weather stay away for Friday and Saturday's events? Let's take a look at the MCTV's forecast. The MCTV's tower cam is showing mostly sunny skies this afternoon. There's been a few clouds moves through, but the abundant sunshine has been the norm most of the day. Along with the sun, we've also seen a slight increase in the temperatures this afternoon. Highs today should climb into the low 90s before sunset, with some light winds coming from the southwest. Heading into the evening, the skies will remain mostly clear and lows will also be slightly warmer than the last few days, with temperatures only dropping into the 60s. Those light winds will also stick around overnight. Heading into the weekend, we'll continue to see plenty of sunshine, and the 90-degree highs also remain in the forecast through Saturday afternoon. The start of Saturday's homecoming game will also be pretty warm, especially for fans in the east side stands. But after sunset, temperatures will drop into the 80s and conditions should be mild through the rest of the game. But on a Sunday, a cold front will bring a 10-degree drop in temperatures with highs back in the low 80s on Sunday afternoon. Sunday night will also be cooler and there's a slight chance of showers overnight. Looking ahead, the cooler conditions should stay in the forecast with highs dropping into the 70s by midweek.
Texas Tech has a very active art community here on campus, with many students' creations showcased at the TTU School of Art.
But last weekend, a unique group of artists had the chance to showcase their work to a larger audience in an off-campus venue. MCTV's Matthew Zimmerman stopped by Lewis Hopkins Underwood Center for the Arts to see the exhibit in person.
I came for the band, but now that I'm here and looking around at the artwork, it's really cool to see what the students with disabilities have accomplished in this artwork.
On Friday, Student Disability Services hosted their annual Creative Abilities Art Gallery at the First Friday Art Trail. Visitors from around the local community gathered from 6 to 9 p.m. to see various works of art created by students with disabilities.
Tonight's event is called the Creative Abilities Gallery, and what it's for is to showcase the talents of our students. We are with Student Disability Services at Texas Tech, and so all of our students that are registered with our office have some sort of disability, whether it be ADHD, dyslexia, they might have a mobility disorder, they might have a hearing impairment, vision impairment, just a plethora of different things. But we asked all of our students if they would like to submit art, and of course we had tons of submissions, whether it be paintings, drawings, sketching, all kinds of different, crochet, all kinds of different things. So we're here to celebrate the abilities of our students.
The event allowed many students with disabilities to showcase their talents and artworks to the local community, such as this jacket made by Emily Williamson. As you could see, the jacket is a normal jacket, but she colored it at the bottom as well as the middle portion to showcase her pride for Texas Tech University. The event served as a great outlet for students with disabilities to be viewed for their artistic skills, being present and available for questions, comments, or any notes about their art, as well as giving insight into their personal experiences as a student with a disability.
These are like my snapshots. These are how I see. This is how I communicate with people what my world is like. And so if I didn't have my visual impairment, I wouldn't have this platform to actually, I wouldn't be able to portray the way I portray things if I wasn't visual.
Aside from being the artists at the event, the students with disabilities were also able to inspire, motivate, and be role models for others with disabilities and future artists in the making.
I just want to say thank you so much to this gallery for giving me an opportunity to present my art. I have gone to First Friday art trails for a very long time, and it's always been super important for me. Like, it's been a dream to have my art here, and so it just was like a dream come true.
For more information about future Student Disability Services events, you can reach them through their website through the Department of Student Disability Services. You can also visit their Instagram page at TTU_SDS. You can also reach them by email at sds@ttu.edu. For MCTV, I'm Matthew Zimmerman.
As we've mentioned throughout the show, it's homecoming week here at Texas Tech. And after dozens of activities for students, the schedule finishes out with the most anticipated event of the week. On Saturday, the Texas Tech football team will take on TCU during the annual homecoming game at Jones AT&T Stadium. The showdown features the 4-1 Red Raiders, who are coming off a surprising victory against West Virginia, against the 2-2 Horned Frogs, who are coming off a 5-point loss to Texas. The matchup could have a big impact on both teams, as Tech is only 2 wins away from the bowl eligibility, and TCU is hoping to become more relevant in the conference play. Saturday's game is scheduled for 6 p.m. with TV coverage on ESPN.
The Red Raider football team isn't the only team hoping for a win at home this week. 2 other groups of Red Raiders will also be taking on Big 12 rivals here in the Hub City. Starting tonight, the Texas Tech soccer team will take on the Oklahoma State Cowgirls, starting at 7 p.m. at the John Walker Soccer Complex. The Red Raiders dropped 2 Big 12 games last weekend and are hoping to get back on track with the victory over OSU. Tickets for tonight's game are still available, but if you can't make it in person, you can also watch the action on ESPN+. Red Raider volleyball will also be in action this evening here on campus. The Iowa State Cyclones are in town for a 2-game matchup at United Supermarkets Arena. Iowa State is currently ahead of Tech in the conference standings, but the Red Raiders are hoping to improve their resume after knocking off number 9 ranked Baylor on the road last week. Tonight's game is scheduled to start at 4:30, followed by a 6 p.m. start for Game 2 on Friday. Both games will be televised by ESPN, with Game 1 available on ESPNU and Game 2 on ESPN+.
Football, soccer, and volleyball may be stealing most of the headlines during the fall sports season, but they aren't the only teams competing this time of year. Tech tennis has also been on the road hitting the court around the country. But while the Red Raiders have been away, another group of athletes decided to take over Tech's facilities to showcase some next-level action here on campus. West Texas Pro Tennis held a tournament at Tech's McLeod Tennis Center from September 26th through October 3rd. The event featured professional players on a local court for the first time in 13 years. The event also gave some of Tech's players a chance to face off against a different level of competition, even though the tournament gave competitors a chance to improve and showcase their skills. It has also served an important purpose for the local community.
West Texas Pro Tennis is a 501c nonprofit charity here in Lubbock. Our goal is to try to bring tennis to more people in Lubbock than what it's already available to. We are developing a veterans tennis program. We are going to be doing clinics for juniors, adults. We started glow-in-the-dark tennis this last week. We did a really nice pro-am. So we just have a lot of different ways that we're bringing tennis to people who don't have access to it currently.
West Texas Pro Tennis is planning future tournaments here in Lubbock, but they also offer plenty of opportunities for non-professional players, both young and old, to enjoy the sport. For more information on how you can get involved, visit WTXProTennis.org.
So Austin, with homecoming week coming to an end, are you planning to stop by any of the remaining events or head out to Saturday's game?
You kidding? I'm definitely going to go do that. I haven't even heard of that it was homecoming week. I was living under a rock. So coming into the studio, I was like, you know what? Let's go.
Awesome.
I can't wait.
Same. I'm going to do my best to
I'll catch you.
All right.
Catch you there.
That's all for today's edition of MCTV's Weekly Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you next week.